friends, and welcome back to the channel for the Saturday video. So happy to see you all again. And so yeah, let's get right into it. So quickly wet the face. Pardon the mop. I did the best I could do with this pile of hair I got going on here. We'll be glad when the hairdressers open up again. I know that. Definitely need a haircut. So the soap for this week, one that I've done on the channel before, a very nice scent. Make sure I got it right side up here, and that is First Canadian Loretto Lime and Rosemary. And we'll just get a screenshot of that I can crop for the thumbnail. Very nice scent. I really like this one. Oh yeah, very fresh lime with the herbaceousness of the rosemary. Something you wouldn't really think that would work all that well, but by God it does, and it does it very well. Brush, Coyote Cuts Demented Topper, stabilized Canadian driftwood in a green resin handle with the top hat style, and 24 millimeter 3-band Manchurian knot. Definitely my favorite brush. This is my #1 brush in the den, hands down. Let's wet these tips a little bit more. Yeah, definitely my #1 brush. So soft, but yet it has the perfect amount of scrub and backbone. And it's just an incredible thing. And this is a softer soap, so I'm just kind of swirling the tips, not really digging them in. This would be Formula 1, version 1, when Randy took over First Canadian. So this is the softer version of the soap, but you know what? It still performs really good, and I would say that's a good load right there. It's probably going to be all kinds of soap. Yeah, hope everybody's having a great weekend. Mine's going, it's going pretty good now. Pretty good now. I was kind of debating on whether I was gonna do a video today or not. Kind of down lately, but I thought, you know, why not? I will do a video. So I enjoy doing them. You know, I enjoy interacting with people through the videos, and I'm just in a better mood now than when I woke up. I learned a new song today, and that made me really happy. And I learned a song the way I used to learn songs. Well, I shouldn't say used to. We didn't have YouTube back when I was younger, but I used to learn songs solely by ear. And just buckling down and figuring it all out, and I learned one today. This is Country Music by Brad Paisley. One of his older tunes from about 10 years ago. But it's a song I really like, and I really wanted to learn how to play it. So of course I go the easy route. I go to YouTube for everything now to see if there's a lesson, and there really wasn't any lessons on this. Just kind of the intro. So I kind of watched that, and then I had to go old new school, which is go to the song on YouTube and play the video, and then just change the playback speed to 0.5%. So it's all really slow, so you can kind of keep up with what's going on with the changes. And I smashed it out by ear. Learned it all that way, for the most part. Learned all the rhythm parts. Didn't really learn all the lead parts, but that's fine. It was more wanted to do the rhythm parts anyway. As things go forward, I still would like to play in a band, and I think I know now I'm never going to be a hotshot lead player, but a solid rhythm guitar player in a band, just sitting there chunking out the rhythm, yeah, I could definitely do that. And you know, bring in a little bit of lead here and there to accompaniment the lead guitarist. I could totally swing that and do it with ease. So you never know. See what happens. Lather's coming together just fantastically. This stuff lathers up like a beast. Look at that. I don't even know if I have this at the optimum hydration yet, because I really put a lot of water into it, or a lot of soap, and this will take a ton of water, but my God, just look at that. I think I might actually stop with that, or we're going to be here all day. But that should give me more than enough for my subsequent passes. Yeah, it's got a nice density to it. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sense strength on this is about a mid. So about a 5 out of 10. You know, 1 being you can't smell it, and 10 being your spouse is yelling at you from the living room downstairs saying, "What the hell is that smell?" This be about a 5, so it's just nice. Razor for today, right back to you know, my bread and butter, the Carve aluminium with open comb C plate and third use Voscod, I think. Yeah, third use. And this is going to be a cold water shave on a warm lather. It's a nice yin and yang thing. I like that warm lather, especially this time of year here in the island. It's not overly warm yet, so you don't want a cold lather yet. So a warm lather is nice. And the cold water rinse feels really nice. So yeah, go with that. The measurements, if people are wondering. 4-inch handle, as always. I really do like these long handles. 0.85 millimeter blade gap. 0.09 millimeters of positive blade exposure. Just an all-around great shaving razor. That's one thing I like with the open combs. Still see that blade underneath all that lather that's gathered. And there's the blade, nice and clean. Beautiful. Nice first pass. Wicked lather. So I'm still doing a bunch of recording. I'm using GarageBand now, which I seen it on the phone before, on the iPhone, and I didn't really know what it was for. I thought it was more for just like you could use instruments in the app and like just kind of write kind of rough things. It's more or less for people that weren't musicians, but I didn't realize you could actually record into it and do tracks, and then you can add drums and bass. And I was like, holy crap. So I'm working on it now. I did one of my older songs yesterday. I did the 2 guitar tracks and then went back and practiced with the bass guitar. When you bring up the bass, you can either bring up scales or you can bring up like what looks like the neck on the bass guitar, and you can play the notes. And so that was awesome. So I did a bass line, and it sounds like a real bass guitar. And then you can either use the built-in drummer, which will kind of make a drum beat, or you can actually bring up a drum kit and you can individually hit all the pieces into a drum track. So I sat at the kitchen table after doing the guitar tracks and did the bass and then the drum tracks, and it turned out pretty good. It didn't quite line up The drums didn't line. Drums are a little bit finicky. It's almost like there's a little bit of lag sometimes. And my guitar tracks weren't 100% in time. So I may have to scrap the whole project and start it again, which is fine because I'm having fun with it. Now the only negative, if you want to do things in time, you have to play along with a click track or a metronome, which you can do. There's a metronome function, and you just wear headphones. And then you have the click track in your ears while you're playing your parts. The only problem is with GarageBand, it doesn't disable the mic. Like if you're just using your earbuds like I am, the earbuds have that built-in mic, right? If you're, when I'm talking on the phone, it doesn't disable that, and I can't figure out how you do it. I don't think you can. So if you breathe or turn your head a certain way, like if I'm looking towards the amp and then I look down towards the neck, as I move my head, it moves the microphone, and the microphone on my phone was picking up the audio coming out of the amp because I have my phone right down in front of the amp on a box. But then the microphone on the earbud is also picking up the ambient noise. So kind of get a little extraneous noise in there that I don't really like. So the only way around that I can think of is to find my other cell phone and just charge it up, because I have a metronome app on that, and just use the metronome on my old cell phone, clicking in my ears while I have the phone I'm recording into down in front of the amp, which will work for the first track. Then if I'm doing layered guitar, I have to put the headphones in to hear the first track as I play along to it. But as long as I don't move my head too much, then it should work out. Anyway, something to work with and play with. A lot of fun. And it's a great way to get kind of rough cuts of songs done. Especially if you want to, look towards connecting with other musicians, maybe get a band going or something. I could have some songs done up, rough parts of drums and bass, and it's kind of like, yeah, here's kind of what I can bring to the table as far as songwriting goes. And stuff like that, and plus, it helps occupy the time. So that's what I'm working on, and it's keeping me busy, which is good. Shave is going magnificently well. Absolutely love this soap. Super slick stuff. Like, it's just another one of these great shaves where you don't even have to think about what you're doing. You just shave. I love those. I love those types of shaves. Great products. And just sit here and shoot the ball. So that's what I'm working on. Music. I wrote a country song. Actually, I wrote a lick. A pretty good lick too, actually, if I do say so myself. And I'm trying to write a song around it. So I've been working on that for almost a week now, actually. Song's gone through a few different iterations, and then I came up with something, but then it almost sounded like a Chili Peppers song, and I was like, no, that's not going to work. And that's just not country. So I rejigged it again yesterday. Now I think I got it countrified. So the next part is going to be recording that, and I'm just not sure how to go about doing it. Do I want to... Since it's just me, I have to come up with a way to fit everything in, right? So I tried doing kind of the rhythm part first. And then coming back in over it with the lead track, but you don't really get a whole lot of time to start tracking. And not being able to see the greatest, I lose a lot of time reaching down to hit record on the phone and trying to get back up and find my place in the fretboard. So I got to figure out how to get around that. So I may just try doing the lead part first, along with the click track, and then I can just come back in. But then that doesn't work because that lead lick repeats itself later on in the song, so I almost need to do the rhythm parts first. Anyway, I'll figure it out. There's a lot to figure out with this program. I might even be able to. I might be able to record it on a separate track, just by the lead lick by itself, and punch it in too. And you can duplicate tracks too, I guess. So I can also do that. I can do it just the once, and then duplicate it and punch it in later. So, anyway, a lot of fun. I know some of you guys that watch this are musicians, some aren't, but it's pretty fascinating learning how to do all this stuff. Kind of knew how to do a bit of recording back in the day, but I never operated the machinery. We were doing demos with my band. It was always the lead guitarist that ran the 4-track, and we recorded everything live, basically. Well, live drums. So the way we would do it, we would all have headphones on, and guitar and bass would play, and then while we were recording the drums, and so we were just playing as we normally would, and then drum tracks would be done, and then they would just come in and do their parts. Anyway, like I said, something to do, something to occupy my time. All right, so easy choice really for the splash for today. Going with Mel Grooming, Franken Lime, or Male Grooming. Incredible lime aftershave with some other goodies in here. And yeah, we'll get a healthy dose of this. Oh, wonderful! Actually, the perfect pairing is the herbaceous notes in the aftershave, because it's not just straight lime. Pair really nice with the herbaceous notes from the soap. That's a match made in heaven right there. Oh God, that's such good stuff. So good. A little bit more of that on. Only a little bit though. I don't want to go crazy because you can't get this stuff anymore. So I'm gonna make it last. Well, that was a good shave. Very, very nice. All right, well, thank you very much for tuning in once again, folks. I do appreciate it. Thanks for staying for story time with Justin the Red Island Shaver. As you guys know, music is really my thing. So if I can get all this stuff figured out and get some tracks done to my exacting specifications, and they sound really good, then I'll probably put a few of them up here on the channel and do a little music video or something. Who knows? But anyway, so yeah, that's something for the future. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Thanks to all the subscribers, new and old alike. I do appreciate the continued support. And let's keep continuing to grow this channel. So until next week, my friends, have a great day and an even better shave. Stay safe. See ya.